Hi, everybody. This is George. I want to dig a little bit deeper on personality and why does it matter? Because even in its name, person is the first part of it. So it's who we are internally and who we show externally of who we are, and it's part nature and part nurture. And what does that mean? Well, God created us, so He gave us these particular traits as part of nature, and then He puts us in situations and uh, times where these traits are nurtured to be what we need. So that's why it's personality is not just one thing, it's nature and nurture because God gives it to us and He puts us in situations that cultivate that. So that's a very powerful thing. And when we think of it that way, think of your personality as a gift. And we have to use what we're given wisely because what we're given is exactly what we need. We do not need anything else. We're given everything. It's quite amazing, actually. And I have a personal story that I want to share on why I believe that so deeply and why it's so important because these are my strengths. We use strengths here in APU. So achiever, belief, those are under executing. I'm a doer. I like to get things done. Influences, maximizer, individualization, and learner, and all those help me to put together a plan to get it done. And there was a time when I was uncertain, when I actually had a lot of fear and I was scared to death actually, because I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't think what I had was good enough. And I was at a time because my wife and I, for those who don't know, we have 5 children. We adopted 3 of our 5 children, and it's just been a fantastic experience. But the very beginning of that, I was scared to death and I didn't know. I didn't think I was enough. I didn't think I had enough. I didn't think I was good enough. And this comes from somebody who's been all around the world, served in the military, um, and just really enjoyed life a lot. And fear did not really get into the way until this time. And it was because one of my sons that I adopted was came to us and he was drug addicted. Needed a lot of surgeries, a lot of professional help through different agencies to work through all that had to be done. So imagine a drug addicted newborn. My wife and I, we didn't know how to handle it. We had to learn a ton under strategic thinking there. We had to learn because something as simple as a baby that's meth exposed, if you hold them and hug them so their face is towards you, they'll bite. That's what they do. And so you turn them so you face them away and you still hold them so you have that tactile feeling and you rock up and down instead of back and forth in that soothing form. So learning, we had to learn a lot, just little things that we didn't know that were different. So we did all that. But the reason why I want to look at how this shaped my personality was initially he came to us just as an emergency. They needed a home and we were it. So, and then our social work came to us and they said, would you like to adopt? And I was scared to death. Didn't know the answer to that. So my wife and I, we talked about it a lot. She was scared to death. And what we were scared of was that we weren't the right people for the job. We didn't have what it took to do it. We were not prepared. We were not this, we were not that. Well, here's the beauty of it. Remember back in this initial slide, we're given everything that we need. We just didn't know it. So after our talking, my wife, God bless her, she's a wonderful, wonderful, amazing woman. And she said, George, your choice. So we don't know what to do. You decide. I was like, oh man, okay, we got this. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go to bed. We're going to pray and fall asleep. We'll have an answer in the morning. And I was scared to death. I honestly went to bed thinking that my answer was going to be no. And that's hard for me to say. So go to bed and boom, 3 o'clock in the morning, pow, I shoot straight up out of bed. She wakes up. She said, what's going on? And I said, the answer is yes. We're adopting. Period. That's the way it's going to go. And she said, okay. And why did I say that? Because achiever, belief, maximizer, individualization, and learner, all these things were put into my life to be that person. And what was crazy was I had a dream, and I saw my son growing up, and it was on this white flowy sheet, and it was kind of awesome seeing him grow from this um, fantastic little baby that he was, with all the issues, growing up to be just this strong, passionate, caring young man. And then a voice came down, which, whoa, which this is where my whole life just went, woo. And the voice says, I gave you everything you needed. Why'd you turn away my son? So just know that you have everything. Your story is important. You have what it takes. And that's all a part of our personality because we've been put through situations, sometimes very hard situations, and made it out the other end that have cultivated what we need to be that person. God knows this. And in this case, he had to be very, very direct with me to understand that I knew this. And I want to share that with you because to get through whatever situation, whatever thought process you may have, even if it's about finishing school or something greater happening in life, you have what it takes. You're given these gifts. So if you'd like to share your strengths and why they're important to you, please do so. So I appreciate this is my story and why I believe that strengths are so important and why personality is such an important thing. So have a great week and thank you for listening.